absolutely should be looking for, if they're investing for return on that, they should be really watching.
What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Joseph Nakhla, CEO of Tribe Property Technologies. Always a pleasure to have you on, Joseph. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Aaron. Good to be with you.
Yes, this is our last interview for 2023. I'm sure everyone's excited to wrap up this year and, if anything, leave it behind. So, always a pleasure to have you back on. Can you tell us everything you've been up to since we last spoke?
Well, since we've spoken last, we've been very active. We obviously working hard to finish the year with a bang on from a Q4 point of view. We're feeling very good about this. We also brought over the line the acquisition that we had announced earlier in the fall regarding Murtis Group. It's 5,000 condos in the GTA market. It's a company that we really liked, and it's our first foray into the GTA proper in terms of getting a full property management solutions there. So we've been really busy with that and strategizing to take over the world next year.
I love to hear it. So, as we look to wrap up 2024, what are some of Tribe's largest accomplishments? It's been a very difficult year, but you've also gotten a lot done in your business. Obviously, share price right now, the market's pretty crazy, but tell us about all the good things you've done and what we should look for.
Well, we once again, had multiple record quarters in terms of revenue. We were able to improve our gross margin, even though we went out and made some acquisitions. Even though those usually pulled down our gross margin, we're able to pull it back up to in the right direction. We made a massive dent into our burn, which is something that we all recognize as an organization in the public markets. That's something that everybody's keeping an eye on. And we had made massive investments, Aaron, in our national footprint. This is something that most people have taken for granted. We compete with two multi-billion-dollar organizations that have national footprint in Canada, and we're the third, and we're the tiny little engine that can. We continue to do that while we're growing. We obviously made the acquisition in the GTA market. We brought in multiple digital partners. These are partners that we are able to put in front of our homeowners and our buildings to be able to transact directly with them. And we started to drive revenue from that in Q3 and Q4. And then obviously the big area as well is we brought in a couple of large REITs and became clients of ours, whereby we became the preferred third-party property management company that they lean on for all the portfolios that they're acquiring. In this particular case, it happened to be in Alberta.
So Tribe completed its acquisition of Murtis Group. As you just mentioned, now that the acquisition is complete, what does that mean for the company and what should we be looking for next?
That's a great question. This acquisition means that all the property developers, all the large guys that are building those big condos and big rental properties in the downtown core and the GTA market in Ontario are now able to use our software, which they've always been able to use, and our customers of ours, and our property management services, which really means an increase in our monthly recurring revenue and transactions through that market. We did not have a footprint in the GTA market until just this acquisition. So what you're going to see us do is be a lot more brand aware in that market. We're going to go out there and really start getting our engine of lead generation and deal closing to kind of hum along in that market, just like we have in all the other markets where we historically have made acquisitions.
And the GTA is a tremendous market. So
big market, absolutely.
That's great to have a footprint there now, as you mentioned. So let's talk about the market now. So the real estate market, interest rates, what are you seeing for new starts currently right now?
Yeah, great question. I mean, what we're hearing and seeing is that interest rates are probably going to, kind of settle down in terms of the increases. It looks like we may not see any increases and maybe even start going in the right direction or the lower direction. I think this is going to bode well for increase of number of new starts. New starts, just for those that don't know, means how many developers are basically putting shovel on the ground, deciding to build a community. I think you're going to see more and more of rental starts than you are going to see condo starts percent-wise. And I think that's just a function of, the condo starts require the developer to have a significant amount of that capital, a significant amount of the number of units pre-sold, and to be able to finance the capital that's required to build it. And I think at these interest rates, we're going to see a little bit of continuous slowing down of that. I think it's going to pick up in the second half of next year. But on the rental side, developers are getting amazing deals, getting offers from the government to really incentivize them to build these rental buildings. And in some cases, they're going to be able to build a rental building and convert it down the line into a condo building and sell each individual unit. And if you get those approvals from the cities, then you're going to see continuation of demand on our business to help them support those essentially apartment buildings.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting year next year. So, what are some of the biggest challenges that Tribes faced over last year? Because it was definitely, like I said, a difficult year. You made a lot of progress in your business, but what have you learned that will benefit the business in 2024? Because I'm sure we can all learn something from these difficult times.
Well, we've learned how resilient our business is. We've learned that we can navigate through a pandemic. We can navigate through things like obviously interest rates hikes that we've never seen before, micro cap markets that are incredibly difficult. So we've seen all that, and we navigated through it. And obviously, there's massive shortage in property management talent in the market. So that also has been a big challenge that we've dealt with all year, and we feel good about it. We found a way to attract young people that want to be involved in the real estate and property management, but they also want the technology elevated experience that they have with us. And we've been able to navigate them through and graduate them towards getting the license and actually becoming property managers within our organization. So we're quite pleased with that. And we also learned to take a breather and enjoy life for a second, simply because we've been nonstop go. We as you would know, we had another year where we were a Fast 50 company, so that's 2 years in a row, and you don't get there as a Fast 50 company in technology without massive growth. So it's been just an incredible year.
Yeah, and it's been a pleasure covering it. So thank you for that opportunity. So finally, why is now one of the best times for a prospective shareholder or investor to take a look at Tribe today?
Well, look, I mean, we're a company that is generating almost, we're going to do about $19+ million of revenue this year. This is very sticky MRR business, and we're trading at well below one-time revenue, or almost at $14-15 million market cap. We're very active with M&A, and it's been proven over and over and over. And we won't be staying at those prices for too long, especially as we continue to execute, and we have a direct line of sight to profitability next year. So we think we're a great price. All of our shareholders and all of our active participants, when they're not blacked out, they are in the market. We think we're very undervalued, and we'd love to see some of our viewers come and give us a chance and keep watching us for a couple of quarters.
Always a pleasure, Joseph. Best of luck for 2024, and I look forward to having you back on in the new year.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Happy New Year.